Hi, good morning, and it's Friday morning here in South Wales. Hopefully you're well, and hopefully you're blessed this morning. Hopefully you've had a great week. And as you can see, the weather here in South Wales, well, you can see it's very cold and frosty this morning. So you never know, we might get some snow before Christmas. Now, as I did yesterday, we started doing this thought of the day. Now, I was thinking about the word gift, or the gift. And we've been talking yesterday about the gift that God gave us over 2,000 years ago. It seems like a long time. I think I must have been around then, looking at the age I am. But that amazing gift that we're given 2,000 years ago, and I was thinking about gifts. About, do we truly appreciate gifts that we're given? Now, I know that I see it with my children, that every Christmas we buy them gifts. We as people search and we try and save the money up to get them the latest Xbox or the latest game they can get on Xbox. But you know what, have you ever noticed with your children that we buy them a gift and they forget about the gift? They play with it for a little while, they embrace it, they love it, they want it. But after a while, they tend to forget about it. Maybe put it in the cupboard, maybe get bored of it. Now, the gift that we get from God is a gift that keeps on giving. It's a gift that gives and gives and gives and gives. It never devalues in its worth. It never devalues in the preciousness of it. Now, the gift that we've been given it this time of year, and we were given all year round, is a gift that we can have every single day, every moment that we live and breathe. We live that gift that God gave us. Now, that gift that God gave us is an amazing gift. It's a gift of salvation, the gift of forgiveness, the gift of hope, and the gift of everlasting life. What an amazing gift. Now, I wish I'd been given that gift when I was younger, because I would have kept hold of it. I would have appreciated it, loved it, played with it every day, used it and walked it and lived a journey with it. Now, God gives us that opportunity to have that amazing gift, to own that gift, to have that gift, to love that gift. That gift that God gave us is an amazing gift. Today I was talking on the radio station, or the last show we played on the radio station today was Mighty to Save. Now, Jesus is mighty to save because Jesus wasn't sent down here to this world that we live in, the world full of hate, pain, anguish, tears, the world full of depression and anxiety. Now, Jesus wasn't sent here just for the sake of sending him here. Jesus was sent to save us, to release us, to give us new life, to give us a life of abundancy and purpose, a life full of joy and happiness. Now, you may be saying to me, well, Nick, how do you know this is real? I was listening to a pastor the other day, and he was like saying, if God is real, if Jesus is real. Now, we know that it's not an if, because it tells us in the scriptures, it was prophesied about Jesus coming to the earth way before he turned up. We know it's real because in the history books it talks about Jesus. It talks about the events of when there was a census taken. And obviously Joseph and Mary had to travel to Bethlehem to actually go to the census and to give their details to the Roman emperor. So we know that it's a true story. But you know what? It's like any gift we're given. Sometimes we forget about the gift that's been given to us. We put it to one side, we forget about it, and we slip back into that same old routine of the world. Now, in the Bible, it talks about lukewarm Christians in Revelations. In some of the letters that John sent out, they were talking about that Christ had a message for the church. A message about how some of us can be lukewarm. We get given that gift. When we first have that gift, we love the gift. We spend every moment in the gift. But we wane off away from the gift. Like our children do when we buy them gifts for Christmas. They play with them for so long and then get bored with them. Now, us as Christians, we have to be walking and talking the journey. We can't be going to church on a Sunday, being that Sunday morning warrior, singing our hymns, praising the Lord, and then slipping back into the world. Because this world will drag us back into that sinful life. And there's only one destination for that sinful life. We all know the consequences of choosing the wrong path, to choosing the wrong lane. and the wrong direction in our lives. It takes us to the point of destruction. It tells us in the Bible the wages of sin is isolation, separation, and destruction. You know, we've all faced that isolation. You know, separation from our loved ones, from our families. We've been through it, we've lived it, we've tasted it. Now maybe coronavirus was a way that it was to waken us up, to say, look, you know, the wages of sin is an eternity of that isolation and separation that we felt. Being isolated from our loved ones, from our family, from the people that we love. Now that is what the wages of sin is, but it's an eternity of it. Now God doesn't want that for any of us. He doesn't want it for me. He doesn't want it for you watching today. He wants you to have a life of purpose. A life full of abundancy, of hope, peace and joy. A life full of love. Now that is what the gift at this time of year, this is what the gift of God is. Through his one and only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, who was sent into the world as a rescue package to rescue you and me. Now I know it's a fact because you know what? You know, it tells us in Matthew 7, and I think it's verse 7, it talks about keep asking, keep knocking, keep seeking. You know, we need to do that because you know what? We're living in borrowed times at the moment. We're living in the beginning of the end. You know, and God doesn't want anybody left behind. He loves every single one of you. Now, the good news of this gospel is very simple. It is simple. It is that Jesus died upon the cross for every single one of us. He died for my sin and he died for your sin. He died to pay our debts in full. To pay that debt of sin in full. To set us free. To break us loose from the heartache, from the brokenness, from the loneliness. You know, from our addictions. Jesus came to set us free because he loves us. He loves you and he loves me. Now that day that Jesus put that cross, God put that cross on my wall, was the day that changed my life, my direction, my journey. Because I was full of hate, I was full of jealousy. I had addictions to alcohol, addictions to cigarettes, and even addiction to stuff on the internet that, well, we shouldn't be watching. But you know what? Jesus came and found me. You know, Jesus is that good shepherd. You know, what does a good shepherd do? He has 100 flock, one goes missing. What does he do? Does he stay with the 99 sheep? Or does he come and look after and look for the lost and broken, the lost and broken-hearted? And there's so many of us out there because we're living in such a broken world. But you know what? That gift that God offers us, that gift of his one and only begotten Son, and that offer, that free offer of salvation, of a new journey, new direction, is such an amazing gift and offer. And that's available to every single one of you. So today you have a choice, a decision to make. What path will you go down? Will it be that wide, easy, chasing the world and chasing the wrong things in our lives, doing life by yourself? Or will it be the narrow lane with the narrow gate at the end that leads to our salvation, our hope, our love and our peace? And peace with God and hope with God. So today you have a choice to make, a decision to make. You know, it tells us in the Bible that if we confess with our mouths that Jesus is Lord and we believe in our hearts that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. That's today, tomorrow and forever, because God never changes. He loves you and he has a new plan and journey just for you. So I'll be coming with another thought of the day tomorrow. So from a very cold and frosty South Wales, -1 here at the moment, you know, have a most amazing day, a most blessed day as well. You know, God loves you and he has such an amazing journey, amazing path just for you, and an amazing gift. And you don't have to wait till Christmas to open it. That gift is for you today. So grab it, love it, never let it go, because it's the only way to heaven. We can't buy our way, we can't earn our way. Only through Jesus can we have salvation. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth and the life, and the only way to the Father. So call him today, because he's calling you by name. So make that choice, change direction, and trust and have faith in God today. Okay, God bless you. I'll speak to you tomorrow. God bless you all. Love you. See you tomorrow. God bless.